Hey guys, on today's coverage with Crowley, we're going to talk about what the difference between a homeowner's policy and a landlord's policy and when it's important to switch between the two. A homeowner's insurance policy covers your primary homeowners, maybe your secondary homeowners, and it's rated based off of you living there. As soon as you no longer live and occupy that house, you need to adjust it to a landlord's policy. Now, what is a landlord's policy? A landlord's policy is a policy that protects you when you are renting your property to somebody else. It's very similar in a lot of cases to a homeowner's policy when it comes to the forms and the coverage limits and things along those lines on the building. But there are a few minor changes that you need to know about and understand that that's why you need to make that adjustment. As soon as you are renting to somebody, even if it's a family member, you need to make this change immediately. You need the liability protection as a landlord versus a homeowner's. That'll be included in there. You need to make sure that you have the loss of rents coverage versus the loss of use coverage. It's a difference that's built into your coverage D. Basically means that if something happens to the property, you are normally collecting rent on a monthly basis. It's going to repay you what you lost while the building is getting repaired or replaced, and the tenant necessarily has to move out. Another difference between the two is your contents coverage. On a homeowner's policy, you have 50 to 70% of your dwelling amount when it comes to contents coverage. When you no longer occupy that house, your stuff is no longer there outside of the typical appliances that probably are left. So you can choose your contents amount on a landlord's policy. So if you want to keep $10,000 worth of contents coverage to protect those appliances, that's all you need to have versus the high limit that your homeowners is used to. Hey guys, I'm Mike Crowley, owner at the Crowley Insurance Agency. We see this all the time where people decide to move out, buy a new house, and start renting their old house, and they don't tell us. It's very important that you tell your insurance agent to make sure that you have this necessary protection in the event something happens, so that the insurance company doesn't have an avenue to deny a claim because it's not rated correctly. If you currently have a property that you rent to others, even family, your kids, your brothers and sisters, anything along those lines, and it is not rated as a landlord's policy, make sure you let us know. Give us a call. Click the link in the description below. Let us give you the options to transfer that policy to a landlord's policy to protect you in the event something happens and to make sure you have the proper protection and you don't have any gaps in coverage. Hopefully you found this to be helpful, and if so, hit the thumbs up like button below. We appreciate you watching, and we'll see you again soon.